welcome to the Game 3 and Game 4 of Week 1 NBA 2K18 seasons. We have been like to have a really great game with the Celtics and Nets going to double overtime. I've tried to do this as good as I can to get the actual players playing good. So I think Kemba Walker will play good. Whether he gets too many points per game or not, I don't know. Porzingis the same kind of thing. And I did have kind of a going good, kind of like that. And hopefully Tim Hardaway Jr. plays good enough. I have to rate him higher, I think, to get him to play good. But that's kind of what I'm trying to do. To get like the players to play. If it's set, I'll just see how it goes. So here's like Hornets versus Knicks, and it's coming out right.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to Game 1 of the NBA season, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Legit Smith.
Man, it's been a long summer.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. We have been waiting for this day for a long time. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the New York Knicks in New York. For New York, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. And fellas, a new season about to begin. Clean slate. Plenty of hopes and dreams out there. Kenny, how do you spot a new legitimate contender?
I usually look for the team with good balance, where one guy isn't doing everything. One guy can facilitate everything, but he can't do everything. So offense, defense, balance, and they gotta have a big shot maker.
You know, I look for unselfishness, guys playing with each other, mental toughness. No weak-minded team has ever won a championship, Ernie.
How about continuity, too? How about very little changeover from a team that was really good the previous year, may not have gone as far as they wanted, but returning the same bunch?
That helps.
Yeah.
Well said.
No need to add anything to that.
Continuity. Yeah. Kevin Harlan knows all about that.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the Charlotte Hornets facing the New York Knicks. A lot of experienced veterans in tonight's game, which brings up a question, Brent. We often see freshmen dominate in college, but it usually takes years for someone to have that same domination in the pros. Why the difference?
I don't know, Kevin. You've been watching the last 4 or 5 years. Doesn't it feel like the young guys are coming in and doing damage right away?
I see them exactly. Their fingerprints have never been more bold and impactful than right now.
I agree. The last decade has shown some of the incredible talent and young talent that the league has been able to find, and they've come in and done a remarkable job with each of their opportunities.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Kaminsky and Howard, the tall front line. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb, and it's Batum in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, that's when you love to see the strength of Dwight Howard marching through the defense and just ripping away the second chance opportunity for an easy score.
Walker with it. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Again, the miss by Walker. Hornets on defense now. And this matchup with the Knicks, hard to believe, just the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Here's Lamb. The Knicks making the shot. Passes it to Howard. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. That one misses for Howard. And Dwight Howard, the first pick overall in the 2004 draft. At his peak, he won the Defensive Player of the Year award in 3 consecutive seasons. And Brent, he's the only one.
I think you have to at some point just realize what it is that Dwight Howard has been for the length of his career. A lot of people had tremendous expectations that he was going to dominate offensively. It's just not been the case. He has led the league in rebounding 6 times. He's been an 8-time All-Star and will probably end up being in the Hall of Fame.
Now, here's Walker. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Kaminsky. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Hardaway kicks to Burke. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
Screen by Howard. There's the screen. Here's Batum. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Batum's got his first points of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Porzingis passes to Williams. Porzingis kicks to Burke. And stolen by Howard. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Walker. And the shot goes in.
And he gets one to fall, and now one out of his first 4.
Knicks trail by 4. Now here's Burke. Pass to Porzingis. Cantor sets the pick for Porzingis. Over Howard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Whenever you get a chance to see Porzingis play, Brent, you get a sense of excitement.
He's definitely one of the players in the league that I like to watch, and mostly because I'm interested in the progression of Kristaps Porzingis. When he first came in, it was all about those follow-up highlight dunks on the offensive end where he was throwing things down as putbacks. But now it's about refining his game and becoming more consistent night in and night out.
shooting 2.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And one issue that has come up for the Knicks in their quest for success, Brent, is their lack of continuity.
Maybe one problem, Kevin, is that the New York Knicks organization feels just a bit too cliquey between ownership and then management and the coaching staff, and that there just hasn't been the kind of connectivity that you need in order to make things grow organically. It's been very forced in New York City, and until they find that right combination, the struggles can continue. Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
Howard dishes to Walker. Charlotte moving the ball around. Batum, good.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now here's Burke. Pass to Porzingis. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Porzingis has got 8.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
This is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
Over in the corner, Batum. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Porzingis passes to Williams. Back to Porzingis. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. So many things that Porzingis brings to his team. The excitement, the energy on both ends of the floor.
You wonder for KP if the steps and strides that he can make once a team is solidified around him can be even greater. If that effort is consistent from everybody on the team, this guy is one of the top rim protectors in the league and fearless on who he'll challenge if they come into the paint to throw shots away.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And looking at this Charlotte roster, really the strength of it is their perimeter play. A good collection of dynamic playmakers and shooters from that point guard to small forward position. They are the bulk of this team's offensive threats.
And so he hits both. Greg, the Hornets were strong outside, but weak inside. I guess they've addressed that weakness, going for Dwight Howard.
Yeah, they went out and got what they felt could be an anchor on that front line. And listen, he's going to provide that rim presence that they lacked a season ago. The question is, can he also give them some punch offensively?
Here's Burke. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Porzingis with a screen on Walker. With the fadeaway. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Burke. And 12 points for Porzingis.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Screen by Howard. Over in the corner, Lamb. Back to Batum. Just 5 on the clock. Another miss by Batum. Knicks trail by 3. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Clifford. Dave, what do you have to say?
Kevin, I asked him what he thought the key factors would be coming into this game, and he said, well, our length and shot blocking should help. It gives offenses something to think about when they come inside, and that hesitation could be a game changer. We'll see if that holds true tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Their game plan appears to be putting that defense front and center in this one.
Yeah, and that's where they're going to put their energy early on. They don't want this to become a run-and-gun type of game.
Well, they've got the kind of defense, I think, GA set up so that that doesn't happen. As aggressive as they are at that end, it's very hard to make it a high-scoring game against this team.
Now, here's Burke. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go. Burke kicks to Porzingis. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And here's a look at some numbers for Batum. He had a strong showing last season. Put up about 15 points per. 6 assists and 6 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders when he is in the game. A great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
The Knicks making a switch here. Beasley's checked in. And here is Burke. The pass to Hardaway. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Lamb. Oh, and here comes Walker all alone. That one good for 2. Walker's got 6.
Yeah, smart heads-up defense by Walker, setting up the break. He's so good at coming up with those steals without putting himself or his team at risk.
Now here is Hardaway. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. No good from Beasley.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
To the middle. Porzingis with the steal. Now here's Burke, guarded by Walker. With some arc, here's Porzingis, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in a zone.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. So for the Knicks, Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Troy Williams. Lee comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Moutier in for Burke. Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Jeremy Lamb.
One shot.
That one drops. He ties it up. As we've seen, many teams play a little bit of a soft zone defensively. What's the best way, you think, Brent, to counteract that when you're trying to run your half-court offense?
Well, the best way to counteract anybody who's softening up on the backside of the zone is to overload that side of the court, Kevin. So now all of a sudden, if you make a shift with more players on one side of the floor, there's no way for 3 to cover 2 on the backside. That's where teams can gain incredible advantage.
And here's Beasley. Kemba Walker hitting his 3 to go. Kidd-Gilchrist with the steal. Fast break now for Charlotte. Kidd-Gilchrist with the ball. Outside, Walker. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the Knicks. And last season, I think, Greg, there was a time when Kemba Walker was playing basketball, you know, as well as any point guard in the NBA.
No doubt. I mean, not to say he's the best in our league, but he is certainly climbing up the list. You can't ignore his impact on this team. Has worked to improve each season he's been in the league.
And Lee has shot in the high 30s in terms of his percentage throughout his career from deep. If he's left uncovered, he can knock it down.
Now here's Zeller. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Moutier with the ball. He's covered by Kidd-Gilchrist. Kidd-Gilchrist with the steal. Beasley with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Takes the 13-footer, and again, it's New York.
And already you're seeing great execution from both teams.
Yeah, lots of points early, and the game plans on both sides, at least offensively, working to perfection.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Here's Williams. Michael Beasley picking up that last basket. Batum attacking, and Zeller kicks to Walker. Shot clock at 6. Zeller setting the pick for Walker. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That's his first foul. Knicks trail by 3. Now, Moutier. Lee outside. Pick by O'Quinn. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And looking at the career of Courtney Lee, has hopped around from team to team a bunch of times and always a valued teammate, but just hadn't stayed on one team for very long.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And with Lee, you know exactly what you're going to get with his defense and shooting.
And Lee is always going to be a wanted commodity. His ability to defend and shoot aren't easy to find, and you just hope he's able to kind of settle into a long-term situation.
And both free throws good for Lee.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Batum dishes to Zeller. There's Walker with the 3. Again, the miss by Walker.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Couldn't complete the play.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And it's Walker again missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Beasley kicks to O'Quinn. Dishes it to Lee. He feeds it to Noah. Screen by Lee. Moutier with the ball. Working on Walker. Stolen by Walker. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Batum. He's got 5. Pick by Zeller. And Batum kicks to Walker. They get it again. Here's Zeller. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Zeller's got his second bucket tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker, who talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. Just play like you're playing street ball. Just have fun. Just play the game that you've been playing, forever.
Infectious enthusiasm to see it every time he steps on the floor. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
Well, you just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of 1? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
Setting the floor for the Hornets, MKG and Williams are the forwards. Walker and Batum teaming up in the backcourt, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Michael Beasley missing his last shot. Here's the screen. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Hernan Gomez. From deep. He's off on that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Lee with the ball. Picked up by Kid Gilchrist. Lee passes to Moutier. Back to Lee. Noah kicks to Moutier. New York moving it around. Noah the screen. O'Quinn. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Well, he can do these things. If you look at the numbers, consistently better at the mid-range jumper.
He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Moutier spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league. Baseline J on the way. Beasley with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Over in the corner, Moutier. Beasley the screen. Right side, Lee. Fires the three. No good that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And Brent, you went up against Hornacek as a player and even defended him a couple times. What was it like playing against Hornacek, the player?
Well, I want you to ask Jeff Hornacek if I defended him, because I thought I did a good job, and sometimes the box score didn't reveal it. But what a tremendous shooter, a great off-ball mover, certainly in that system with John Stockton. And if there was any room, Kevin, that I gave Jeff Hornacek, and trust me, there was plenty of times I did that, he was knocking down jump shots. One of the most efficient players in Jazz history.
And so here is New York following the three by Charlotte. Pick by O'Quinn. Shot off the screen. No good from Beasley. For Charlotte, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Kid Gilchrist, no luck. New York trailing. Beasley outside. Good on the triple. Beasley's got 5 now. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Walker. 12 points for him. Noah with the block.
Well, the long reach of Noah and the good timing, that helps get that block thrown.
Batum against Lee. Moutier with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shoots over Walker. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Kid Gilchrist dishes to Walker. A second chance effort. Beasley with the rebound.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Got a hand on it. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Walker's running. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 14. New York's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And as great as Nicholas Batum is, the one issue he's dealt with, Greg, his entire career is staying consistent during games.
And with his skill set, it is hard for Batum to be completely absent. He can play, though, too passively at times when you know what he's capable of. And he's at his best when he is active and aggressive.
We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
And he can't be stopped right now. The D looks like they're at a loss. They have no idea how to contain him.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. The Hornets also changing it up. Dwight Howard's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Kaminsky comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Lamb in there for Nicholas Batum. Burke kicks to Porzingis. Over in the corner, Williams. There's a screen by Cantor. On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Williams. Shoots the three. Offensive rebound. Cantor. And he banks in the layup. Cantor's got the lead up to 1 now for New York.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists in the game. Now here's Burke. And here's Cantor. Passes it to Porzingis. And the 3 off target. Over in the corner, Williams. And a miss there on the triple. New York shooting here about 46% for the game. 3-pointer. That shot off. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Feeds it to Kaminsky. Now Walker, 14 points for him. Takes the 13-footer, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
That's what you want to work for, a high percentage look from deep.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Cantor with a screen on Howard. Here's Porzingis. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Charlotte leading by 3. Screen by Howard. Here's Walker. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Walker's got 6 in the quarter.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Burke, the pass to Williams, and Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Burke. The kick out to Williams. Just 5 to shoot.
Ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
Teardrop shot. Shot's good by Williams. And now a 7-point Charlotte lead.
And doing their best to maximize possessions, just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
The shot's good from Cantor.
A reliable finisher who can score in a multitude of ways. Cantor is a tough cover down low.
Williams sends a screen for Walker. To the inside, Howard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 4 assists in the game. New York's gone 1 of 6 from 3-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Porzingis with a screen on Walker. Inside. From 8. Porzingis can't hit.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low. It just feels like at this point the Knicks know they need to build around Kristaps Porzingis for their future. Best player for them on both ends of the floor, as he's a great rim protector. He's very young, connecting with New York City. There's some hope there. That's a bad turnover right there, but aside from that one, I think they've done a good job controlling the pace and the ball during the game.
Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte. Knicks trail by 7. Burke with it. Cantor with a screen on Walker. Outside Hardaway. They get it back. Here's Cantor. Can't cash in from close range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Zeller, a screen on Hardaway. Here's Lamb. And it comes off the front of the rim. With Porzingis, he truly is the star the Knicks were waiting to draft.
Well, you might go all the way back to the draft when Patrick Ewing ended up putting on that New York Knicks ball cap. Maybe even Mark Jackson, who ended up as the Rookie of the Year as the 18th pick for the New York Knicks. They do have their centerpiece moving forward. Kristaps Porzingis is a very unique talent in the NBA. Really the pressure on now to build around that guy and get back to contending basketball in the Eastern Conference.
And here's Walker. following Porzingis' three.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Here's Cantor. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Knicks trail by 4. Hardaway up top, covered by Lamb. Hardaway dishes to Burke. Porzingis with a screen on Walker. Burke kicks to Porzingis. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. And that's now 20 points for Porzingis.
These are the kind of nights you expect to see more and more. Porzingis just taking over.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. And there it is for him.
And it's coming. Easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Burke the pass to Cantor. Burke with the screen for Cantor. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for Charlotte.
And their guards are taking on the majority of the passing and assisting for the team, just as you might expect. The bigs doing their part by getting to good spots inside and making themselves available.
Charlotte leading by 4. Now here's Lamb. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Knocked away. Hardaway with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
For New York, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Burke. And last season, Greg, one big issue for the Hornets was their bench.
And Charlotte tried their best to address that issue this past offseason. And it just goes to show that you need to have a complete roster to compete. A lot of games were given away by the Hornets last year by losing ground when the starters left the court.
Burke hits them both. There's 31 seconds left here in the second. And here's Walker. He's got 18. Over in the corner, Zeller. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7 foot, 6 inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
Beasley the screen. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got the lead up to 1 now for the Knicks. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for New York. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. We'll return shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And welcome to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. NBA season getting underway. Hey.
I'm excited. I am really excited. I am really excited, honey.
It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 23 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
The differential is the free throw attempts. And that's one of the big stories in this game tonight. They were being so aggressive and so smart that all they could do on the defensive end was foul.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Charlotte.
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
The incredible view of One World Trade Center rising high above New York City. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. They've got Enes Kanter. Williams is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Burke, and it's Hardaway in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now, here's Walker. They set the pick. Kaminsky sets the pick for Batum. Knicks with the rebound. Kanter's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Kanter sets the pick for Hardaway. Nice work there coming off the screen. Burke's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for New York. Screen by Howard. Outside, Batum. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. We see it so often. A player will languish in one system, then flourish in another. Brent, during your 14-year career, which coach's system fit you the best?
Well, I think my years in Seattle, we opened up the offense a little bit. I had the opportunity to play more of a point off guard. But I also enjoyed the structure of what Greg Popovich's system in San Antonio offered up as well. It's always interesting, Kevin, with players who are languishing on benches for other ball clubs, how general managers start to assess whether that guy can be part of something great if they were to bring him in. I had the opportunity to play for a lot of great coaches and thought that I mixed up my game enough to make it a long career.
And he sinks the second.
And last season, the Knicks raised expectations with some of those big free agent signings and trades in the prior year. And let's face it, things just didn't work out quite how they had planned. Some would say they underachieved. Hard pill to swallow for a fan base that went into the year with so much hope and had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. It's a little lazy about what it could be.
To the paint, deflects the pass. Williams with the steal. Hardaway kicks to Williams. That one doesn't drop. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. And a big problem for the Knicks and their shortcomings last season was their defense.
Yeah, and listen, they have some shot blocking, but as a whole, the defense lacked teeth. More than anything else, it played a part in the disappointment of last season's campaign, and it's something they'll be focusing on in the coming years.
Kanter kicks to Porzingis. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Batum's got his third basket of the night right there. Now here's Burke. Defense right on him. Williams attacking.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Knicks have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. That free throw missing. For so long, the Hornets have been one of the most disciplined teams, Greg, in the NBA.
Yeah, you look at how this team takes care of the ball, and from the first guy to the last, it says something about how much pride they take in that. Minimizing turnovers goes a long way in terms of winning games. It's been a part of the basketball culture with the Hornets for quite some time.
He hits the second from the line. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Outside, Walker. On the wing, Lamb. He dishes it to Kaminsky. Hits the three-point bomb. Kaminsky's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Now, here's Cantor. Hardaway for 3. New York, no good that time either. Batum with the 3. It's rebounded by New York.
Yeah, even though he's been off, the team still...
I'll just have a look at some of the stats here, see how it's going, whatever I've done. So 23 the points to Porzingis, 8 of 11. So they have it rated better like 2K, so maybe need to rate him not as much. Or free shooting anyway. Kemba Walker's 8 of 20, so that's about right. And 18 points. So yeah, I have a look for last season. Yeah, so it's about 23 points. Yes, that's been right. Yeah, so the other one was Tim Hardaway Jr., so he's only 2 at the moment. And he's only 6 to so let's get back on that, so I'll have to work that out eventually.
Still winning, so the hope is that he's gonna get going.
Burke kicks to Cantor. On the wing, Williams. Cantor with a screen on Batum. And Williams, here we go. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
And he knocks down the first one. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
And over the past decade, we've seen the creation of several super teams. How hard is it to manage the various egos and make sure the touches are the same, or at least they understand why the touches are being doled out the way they are?
I think the teams that have great management and great coaches that are in touch with these guys, Kevin, understand what type of player are you getting, doing your homework and understanding, are these guys at a situation in their careers where they're still needing to prove something, or are they ready to get down to the business of winning? If it's about winning, that ego goes out the door.
Now here's Walker. 18 points for him. Noah with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier's got it. O'Quinn dishes to Moutier. Back to O'Quinn. New York moving it around. Second shot opportunity. New York, no good that time either.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Howard, that's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Moutier kicks to Lee. Picked by Lee. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Three-pointer. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got his 4th rebound in this one. Goes up on the wing. No good off the back of the rim. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Moutier pass to O'Quinn. Noah in the post. Working on Howard. Now here's Noah, who's guarded by Howard. Shot clock at 3. Noah dishes to Lee. Lee can't get that one to fall. Charlotte in the lead. Outside, Walker. On the wing, Lamb. Howard setting the pick for Lamb. Over Lee. No good from Lamb. Williams kicks to O'Quinn. Lays it up and banks it in. O'Quinn's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Well, he can score on the inside. He's just so big that there's plenty of room for him to carve out.
There's the pick. Here's Lamb. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Moutier with the ball. Working on Walker. And there's the call on Howard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal. And he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Beasley comes in for Williams. And it's Burke in for Emmanuel Moutier. Charlotte also making some changes. Cody Zeller's checked in for Kaminsky. And Michael Kidd-Gilchrist subbed in for Walker. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Dwight Howard.
One shot behind the lanes.
Free throw drops in for Beasley. Charlotte trailing. Now Lamb. Outside, Batum. No good on the 3.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
I love when guys still use fundamentals to box out and rebound. He cleared his man out effectively on the box and then stepped towards the ball to grab it.
Now here's Lamb. And it's Zeller atop the key. Kicks to Lamb. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Zeller, a screen on Beasley. Goes back up. Noah with the block. Beasley outside. Noah with a screen on Kidd-Gilchrist. Burke, the pass to O'Quinn. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. O'Quinn's got 4 this quarter.
Well, the D was there, but O'Quinn good in the paint there and tough to shake.
Well, as we all know, Greg, a season to forget last year for Joakim Noah.
Ended up only playing in just over half the games due to a knee injury. Glad to see Noah back out on the floor, and he's looking to kind of put last season behind him and get a fresh start.
Kidd-Gilchrist, no good on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, with the Hornets' length and mobility at the 2 through 4 positions, the team switches a lot defensively. Coach Steve Clifford said, "You have to deal with mismatches at times, but it makes defense simpler. With those guys, they're all big enough, strong enough, and competitive enough that they're going to battle." Kevin?
And having that kind of versatility on defense is huge. DA, thank you so much. It's rebounded by Noah. Noah's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lee against Batum. And Courtney Lee, one of the more reliable pros in the NBA.
That might not sound like a lot, Kevin, but coaches are always looking for consistency, things they can rely on from any given player, and Courtney Lee has done that. A two-guard that can defend, can knock down some threes, and isn't going to get outside of himself all that often.
First free throw is good.
It feels like Courtney Lee, wherever he goes, he fits in, and he finds a way to play a lot of important minutes for the team he's on.
And the Hornets making a change here. Williams is checked in. And both free throws good for Lee. And so it's Charlotte with it. They trail by 6. Here's Lamb. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Noah dishes to Beasley. And O'Quinn kicks to Lee. And stolen by Williams. Fast break now for Charlotte. Williams leading the charge. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And Marvin Williams, for a long while, had been viewed as a tweener. You know, a player who is stuck somewhere, Greg, between the small and power forward positions.
Yeah, and for a lot of players, that is plenty to get you minutes. I mean, Williams has improved on his defense here later in his career, and he shot more threes, and it's really become a weapon for him over the course of his career.
He's off on the first. A different look for New York. Zingas, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Lee. And the second free throw, good. Here's Hardaway. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And there's the feed to Noah. Over to the left wing. It's stolen by Lamb. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Williams. The baseline jumper goes down. Williams has got 8. And so here is New York. It's a 3-point game. Down low. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Hardaway against Williams. On the wing, Lamb. Past Hernan Gomez. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Williams. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. 6 to shoot. Beasley with a screen on Kid Gilchrist. Here's Burke. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Hornets trail by 3. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
No good from Beasley. Charlotte shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. 16 feet away, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 10 points for him.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Williams against Hardaway. Williams with the ball. He kicks it to Lamb. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Lamb's got his second basket of the night.
Solid screen there. Willie do good with the footwork.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Knicks lead by 3. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Now here's Burke and Charlotte looking at who they've got. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then it's Williams. Then it's Cody Zeller. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the center position. Hardaway, no good. Hornets trail by 3. Up top, Walker. Burke covering. Now here's Lamb. Defense is right there. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Clock at 6. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. The score now all even. And that's now 21 points for Walker.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
Outside, Porzingis. Here's Beasley. Another shot. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's the screen. And Lamb kicks to Walker. There's Williams with the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Knicks go the other way with it. The dish to Burke from downtown. It's good from long range. And the Knicks lead by 3.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Now here's Lamb. Guarded by Hardaway. Williams missing again.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Hornets trail by 3. Right side to Walker. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Interior D lacking, and it couldn't be at a worse time giving up that easy one.
Well, just an incredibly slow rotation. That is someone's responsibility and something they're going to need to discuss.
Now here's Beasley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
At the line for 2. Free throw drops in for Beasley. And New York making a change here. Williams is checked in. And then for Charlotte, Howard comes in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Frank Kaminsky in for Zeller. And he can't hit the second.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
And it's blocked. Outside Williams. Lets it go from 14. And that one drops.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Over in the corner, Williams bangs home the trifecta.
You just can't allow good looks like that from beyond the arc. That's just inviting all kinds of trouble.
Burke, the pass to Cantor. Dishes it to Beasley. There's a screen by Cantor. Hardaway for three. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
With fundamentals, Cantor sets a solid pick to spring open his teammate.
Outside Williams. The tray. Knicks with the rebound.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Burke can't get it to go. Hornets trail by 4. And here's Walker. Howard up on top. Williams against Williams. There's Walker with the three. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Williams has got his 4th assist in this one. New York's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Burke kicks to Cantor. Williams against Williams. Williams dishes to Cantor. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And the mechanics didn't look too bad there. Cantor with the quick release and excellent follow-through.
Now Lamb. There's a screen by Williams. And here's Walker outside. And another three for Charlotte.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Cantor. Cantor sets the pick for Williams. There's a screen by Cantor. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Walker with it. Burke covering. Walker's shot is off.
Yeah, somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Williams. There's the pass to Burke. There's the screen. Beasley outside. Goes back up. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Charlotte making a switch here. Batum's checked in.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Here's Walker. He feeds it to Howard. Williams with the steal. Pass to Burke. Feeds it to Cantor. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Just 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Howard.
Now that reach of Dwight Howard's is so impressive. A dominant shot blocker and a tremendous athlete.
It's stolen by Lamb. And Lamb with a clear path to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Now here's Burke. Beasley sets a screen for Burke. He dishes it to Beasley. Over in the corner, Williams. There's a screen by Cantor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from the baseline. Williams, that's good. Williams has got 9 points here in the second half.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime? Much more effective here in the second half.
Beasley against Howard. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Beasley, the pass to Hardaway. New York moving the ball around. Here's Cantor. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Now it's a 7-point Knicks lead.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
Screen by Howard. Kaminsky sets the pick for Walker. Howard with a screen on Hardaway. Here's Lamb, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
Well, you see the excellent skill set, and this is when you want to make an impact.
I feel like there's an uptick in the intensity as well. Fourth quarter, and it's closing time.
Now here's Beasley. Hardaway with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Batum. New York's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Burke kicks to Beasley. The feed to Cantor. Basket good. Cantor's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, as a coachable guy with a very positive attitude, Cantor has to be feeling good on that shot.
Screen by Howard. And Lamb kicks to Walker. Down low. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And you know Howard wants that responsibility offensively, and that time he comes through for his team.
There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Burke. The pass to Cantor. And stolen by Howard. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. Here's Batum. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 7th assist in the game. The Knicks with the lead. Cantor with the screen on Walker. Beasley the screen. Outside Williams. There's the 3. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And so it's Charlotte with it. Walker with it. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
Here's Burke. 1:22 left to play here in the fourth. Cantor with the screen on Walker. Beasley the screen. Outside Hardaway. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Howard.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
There's something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator.
Yes!
Oh, shocking. Yeah, that one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just 1 or 2 shots at the end decide the outcome.
Charlotte calls timeout. They trail by 3. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Beasley.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight, that they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Porzingis is checked in for Beasley. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. We told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Evan?
I really like to see Howard involved in that screen, using his body to clear out plenty of space for his teammate.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Porzingis against Howard. Porzingis kicks to Burke. Screen by Porzingis. This one for three. Buries it from outside.
Well, that's a huge confidence boost right there for Kristaps Porzingis. He's proving he's got what it takes in those moments.
And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 3. 26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. .26 seconds left in the fourth. They set the screen. Screen by Howard. There's Walker with the three. It falls. A tremendous three to tie it up.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
New York calls timeout. Cleared away, passes to Porzingis. Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. There's a screen by Canada. Burke kicks to Porzingis. It's in!
Porzingis, not thinking twice, saw the gap, got in there, and scored.
Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So a close game sees New York take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat him down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
Okay, so let's look at the stats. What score? 28 points for Singers, which is quite alright. Had a better game than normal. He's shot better, so it's alright. Michael Beasley only had 5 and 12, and that's quite alright. Trillian's only 3 and 11, so he needs to be better at 3-pointers maybe. He's going to shoot them, and Tim Hardaway is only 1 to 7. So I need to work out him better. And I'll have a play how it should be. Got the Hornets, got 35 points, Kemba Walker. 40 to 31. Until I have got 14, Nicholas Spader got 12. Mark Moore's got 11. I've got 8. James Lowe got 6. That's those main scores. For someone that buy as well, he's over 6 and Michael Kidd. So he's better than him. Yeah, so I will do that eventually. Just going to see the comparison where it actually was one. And there was one with more, or it's not one with more field goals, one with more free throws. They hardly had any free throws, Hornets, and they had 17 and 19 free throws, the Knicks. And that's how it was kind of won, so I'll go to major free throw ones. And that's 5 of 5 for Singers, so, and 4 of 4 for Portland. But still I'd give it to Porzingis, and that was the main one. The main reason why I won. This is his -9 while he's on the court, but it could have been worse, so that's fine. And that's about it. On to the next game. Which is Bulls at Magic. Yeah, I'm just trying to see how the Bulls are at the moment. Chris Dunn, I don't know that much about. I've got Zach Levine, I think, being better. I don't know about the others. And I'll just do the coaching game plan for them. With the Bulls. And see that. This is kind of similar. And do it for Magic as well. Let's done that. Let's go to the game. Bulls at Magic. And basically Vucevic I made better, and Aaron Gordon and Zach Levine, and that's kind of who I've done for Chicago. And yeah, I'll have to work out more who's the actual scorers for them. So I predict Magic to win, but you never know what might happen. It might be better rather than worse than it should be. Let's go to the game.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to Game 1 of the NBA season, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
Man, it's been a long summer.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. We have been waiting for this day for a long time. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And fellas, a new season about to begin. Clean slate. Plenty of hopes and dreams out there. Kenny, how do you spot a new legitimate contender?
I usually look for the team with good balance, where one guy isn't doing everything. One guy can facilitate everything, but he can't do everything. So offense, defense, balance, and they gotta have a big shot maker.
You know, I look for unselfishness, guys playing with each other, mental toughness. No weak-minded team has ever won a championship, Ernie.
How about continuity, too? How about very little changeover from a team that was really good the previous year, may not have gone as far as they wanted, but returning the same bunch?
That helps.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
No need to add anything to that.
Continuity. Yeah. Kevin Harlan knows all about that.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. This crowd is really ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Magic. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year. And before this game gets going, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Fred Hoiberg. David.
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent, and they come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's a pretty tall order. Guys?
Thanks, David. Steve, how's basketball early in the season different from midway later on in the year, say?
I think, one, everybody's healthy, for the most part. 2, you get the chance to learn each other. Then midway, it starts to all shake out. I think your optimism is right there early. And then for some teams, they know, well, in the early of the season is not at the end. And those are the teams that get better and better throughout the year.
And the Magic start out with the ball. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Bulls 5 right now. Dunn and Levine, their backcourt. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. And it's Valentine, and at the 3, the small forward. That one drops for him.
And how about Isaac? He just attacks the backcourt, especially on the offensive glass, putting that height to good use.
Now, here's Dunn. Lopez, a screen on Augustine. Dunn kicks to Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
That unleashed chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Here's Fournier. And he lays it straight in. Fournier's got his first bucket in this one.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Now, here's Valentine. Markkanen in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Levine with it, now guarded by Vucevic. And now Isaac running the floor all by himself. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Take a look at Isaac there, just patrolling the passing lanes, outstanding at knowing when to anticipate that pass.
Markkanen sets the pick for Dunn. Outside, Levine passes it to Valentine. Here's the screen. Feeds it to Markkanen. Drills the three-pointer.
And I tell you what, Markkanen has already mastered the art of the bank shot. Loves getting it up there and knocking that one down. You have got to be in his space if you want to disrupt his rhythm.
And here's Gordon after the three-pointer from Lauri Markkanen. Here's Fournier, and it's Orlando with another.
You know, that's another good play call. They are shooting 80% to start this game.
Now, here's Dunn. He's covered closely. Levine against Fournier. Right side Levine from 15 feet away. It's Chicago with another bucket.
That's something Zach works on to round out his game. Consistency from the mid-range.
Pick by Vucevic. Augustine passes to Fournier. Jacks up a 3. He can't get it to go. And it's Chicago the other way. Dunn dishes to Levine. Markkanen sets the pick for Levine. Now the pass to Dunn. He feeds it to Valentine. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Levine. No good off the front iron.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
It's good. Isaac's got 6 points. Bulls trail by 3. Levine with it. Lopez, a screen on Fournier. Levine for 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Magic have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Here's Fournier. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Now Levine. They set the screen. Markkanen kicks to Dunn. Valentine wide open. He fires. And again, Chicago. No good. And Aaron Gordon, the athletic Aaron Gordon, playing much of last season at the small forward position during Serge Ibaka's short-lived stint in Orlando.
Yeah, and while he was excited to stretch his skill set, pretty clear it was a bad fit, especially in today's NBA. Gordon is a power forward, period. The Magic invested the 4th pick on him in that 14 draft, and they have to give him minutes at his natural position as his game continues to evolve.
Now, here's Valentine. After the miss from Vucevic. Outside, Levine. Again, Levine missing. Magic leading by 3. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Back to Augustine. A three-pointer off the mark.
Oh, you can tell he's frustrated to get that good of a look from three, and he didn't make it.
Dishes to Markkanen. Levine passes to Markkanen. Top of the key, Dunn. Outside, Levine. Markkanen sets the pick for Levine. Again, Levine missing.
I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots this quarter.
Inside, Gordon. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
Dunn kicks to Valentine. To stop the drought. Here's Lopez. He's off on that one. Great D that time for Vucevic. Magic leading by 3. Now here is Augustine. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Valentine kicks to Dunn. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And you have to love whenever Dunn squares up from mid-range. His jump shot is just money in the bank.
Pass to Isaac. For 3, Gordon. That doesn't go either for Gordon. Well, Chicago has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Levine kicks to Dunn. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Fournier against Levine. Puts it up from 12. Unable to get that one. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. And here they go. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And you gotta keep Isaac out of the paint. He's looking to dunk it whenever and wherever he gets it.
Now here's Markkanen. Valentine cans the shot with nobody near him. Valentine's got his first bucket in this one. Augustine dishes to Vucevic. Kicks it to Gordon. Here's Augustine. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Levine against Fournier. And here is Valentine. It's blocked.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Orlando making some changes. Biyombo is checked in for Vucevic. Hezonja comes in for Isaac. And Jonathan Simmons subbed in for Fournier. Then for the Bulls, Bobby Portis comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's Jaren Grant in for Dunn. Now here is Augustine. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Hezonja. Gordon a screen. Outside for Simmons. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Chicago trailing here. Here's Valentine. Dish now to Levine. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And certainly while the injury for Zach LaVine and his ACL was devastating, Greg, it's good to see him back on the court, and he seems to be on track to making a full recovery.
And, Kevin, still amazing to me to see just how far the medical community has come in terms of treating ACL injuries. LaVine is such an athletic monster. To lose even a little burst would have been huge. Fortunately, though, with modern medicine, it's going to allow this guy to make the most of his potential still.
Well, you hear from so many players about what they did with that first check after they were drafted and found themselves, Smitty, with a ton of money. So what was your first big purchase when you were drafted into professional basketball?
I bought my mom and dad a Ford Expedition.
How about that?
A Ford Explorer. It was a Ford Explorer. That was the big purchase. And it was green. I don't think my dad liked that, but because of Michigan State,
Spartan
I bought
green,
a
right?
green
Spartan,
one.
Michigan State.
And so much he done for me, Kevin. That purchase for me made me smile so much. And my dad, if you knew him, Kevin, he said he didn't want it, but I made him take it.
Great story.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
but he stays with it. Happy to see that one going after missing 6 of his 9 shots today.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Augustine passes to Simmons to end the drought. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Zach LaVine.
And for the Magic, it's really been a musical chairs with their coaches. A lot of churning on the roster, but the pieces still have yet to gel. And honestly, it's been a mess.
The first free throw is good. And if you're running the Magic, Greg, what's the roadmap to contention?
Well, first and foremost, it's always going to have to start through the draft. I mean, you've got to be able to get core pieces there. And then you want to continue to add perimeter shooting and focus on developing your young talent based on the way the game is played today.
He's perfect from the line this time. 1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Holiday. Over Simmons. The shot by Holiday, no good. Orlando trailing here. Outside Simmons. Augustine with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Holiday against Augustine. It's blocked.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Holiday against Simmons. Grant kicks to Portis. 54 seconds left in the first. Augustine with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Biyombo. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Passes it to Portis. Waba kicks to Markkanen. Grant against Gordon. The feed to Markkanen. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
An unforced error. I'm not sure what was he thinking.
For 3, Ross. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And it's a 4-point Magic lead.
When he gets a good look at the basket, Ross has no problem drilling a 3.
Grant kicks to Portis to stop the run. But they get it back. Got it off in time. No good on that last second attempt there. Right back after this break. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
Yeah, it's been the defense that has them out in front. But let's see if they can sustain the intensity.
Bulls trail by 4. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Portis. Grant is out there with Markkanen. And it's Holiday in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Markkanen. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And with all the young, talented players in the NBA, so much upside for the league, for the individuals, for the team, Smitty. Which players do you think have just scratched the surface of their potential?
I think a guy you look at is Kristaps Porzingis. I think Joel Embiid. I look at Jabari Parker, another guy. I think Julius Randle with the Lakers is a guy who's just scratching that surface. Those guys have the chance to be great.
That free throw good from Markkanen.
You think back when Fred Hoiberg was a player in the NBA, great shooter who had a strong knowledge of the game. Not too surprised he ended up as a coach.
Both good from the line that time. And Smitty, you and Hoiberg played against one another during your careers and even guarded each other, I think, from time to time. What was it like going up against a player like him?
You know, Kevin, he must have been real young because I'm so old. I don't even remember that. But I do know and remember Fred Hoiberg and watching him coach. He is a fast decision maker. Also would find space as a player. And you see some of his strengths as a player and how he designs his offense right now.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Orlando Magic do have a stacked front court. They've got plenty of size. Head coach Frank Vogel said, in today's small ball NBA, we think we can beat the heck out of teams in the paint. But shooting has been a hindrance. He conceded we might have to win some games, 68-65. Kevin?
Going against the grain, DA. Thank you.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
Now here is Holiday. He's tightly guarded. There's the pass to Portis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Orlando leading. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Now Ross. To the inside. Stolen by Markkanen. Outside Holiday. Goes up at the stripe. It's hauled in by the Magic. Biyombo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Azania. He's covered by Grant. Outside Gordon. He kicks it to Simmons. Tries from 7. That misses off the backboard.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Outside Holiday. Shoots from 12. Holiday with another miss. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Azania. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Waba passes to Portis. Biyombo with the block. Now here's Ross. He dishes it to Simmons. Here's Azania. Feeds to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Markkanen. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got his first points of the game. Bulls trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Orlando making a change here. Vucevic has checked in. Robin Lopez has checked in for Chicago. Chicago with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Lopez a screen. 5 to shoot. Grant. That's good. Grant's got his first 2 points of the night.
Lopez knows how to make himself as wide as possible and bury the defender with a screen.
There's a screen. Hazonia kicks to Ross. Goes back up. Biyombo. Good D by Lopez.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
Here's Mwaba. He's guarded by Ross. Orlando, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. In the corner, Simmons with it. And here's Vucevic. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Ross. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Ross didn't seem bothered at all by the contact there. Nice finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here for the Magic. Isaac comes in for Biyombo, and Fournier subbed in for Mario Hezonja. Chicago also making some changes. Valentine's checked in for David Nwaba. Dean comes in for Justin Holiday, and Chris Dunn subbed in for Grant. Many teams these days looking to play in transition. Some have suggested widening the definition of the clear path foul to allow those exciting situations to play out. Do you think?
No, I don't think so. I think it's still basketball defensively. I think if you have a guy that's out in front of you, I think the rules right now is fantastic. I don't want to see a change where guys are scared to make a play on the basketball because, hey, if I don't foul him,
There's major problems with both teams. I'm just gonna go back to the drawing board and just write down what I need to actually adjust. So there's pawns basically. Probably pawns. Which is obvious. Robin Lopez isn't really doing anything here. So I try and make it like my Robin Lopez. For my others, I'm looking for others. Like Zach Levine's 33%, so I'm not worried about that. So I'm just not worried about him at the moment. If he's worse than what he is in the other ones, so use Zach Levine as well. And I'll just do 3 points. 3 points. And have a look at the other ones. Here's J Simmons or something. J Simmons. This switch is only 0-2 somehow. I won't worry about Augustin and J Augustin. Let's try and do that and see how that works. And then the main play and all that. Let's go through comparison. Very low field goal percentage from 32 to 37%. Yeah, so that's okay, so I'll just quit this. I'll edit those 3 players. Okay, so this is from the full roster, from like the most recent current roster for NBA 2K. And then the actual roster I'm going to change to is my roster that I've changed with the league, but not actually to do a roster. Let's go to stats, play stats for Chicago. Guys, let's Robin Lopez. Let's put that on. Oh, this would be good. Done something. Let's hold this Lopez as a win. They're all good field goal percentage. So let's go with that. I'll try and do the field goal percentage, not worry about the points per game yet. Plus, so do the threes properly for him. So 78. 78. 78. 82. 79. Tendencies. Threes. 16. Let's see what is in. Let's get these 3 players from Lopez. Tendencies. Shot close is 80. Shot 3 is 0. And shot middle. Shot mid range is 30 to 80, 30, 0. Let's see these attributes. So 88. Let's go to major ones. Shot close. Should remember what major ones anyway. Shot close. Average shot mid range. That's and final one was shot close. Let's try and do that. So it's right, just need a couple of threes. Let's try and make this. So that's better than score. Five on that. Tendencies there are. It's 40, 20, 60, Suddenly up. Nice, that's right. Close. That's right. Good shot range. Going to, so that's nice. That's right. Good shot range. So that's about right. Points and Robin Lopez. So that's stuff like this. 30. That's right. That's Chicago.
Break out the ruler. That's the fattest I ever seen. The weather's keen in Cali, it makes it feel like Maui. Now we feel the good vibrations. So many females, so much inspiration. I get inspired by the too.
Point through four, that's probably what it is. It's about that way. So I can get from that. 7 spot. Five.
It's like y'all be talking funny. I don't understand language of people with short money. Come on now. Yeah. You make me feel so good. Come on. You know you make me feel so good. You know you make me feel so good. That's what we do.
Let's try my DJ lesson. Let's do +5 or maybe. It's only 83, so it's just a shooting fire. But I can't really do that. It's good shooting. It's more like that, so I guess it's on there. Right. So okay.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here,
I
too.
miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. After a brisk offseason, it's finally upon us, fellas.
What's that?
Opening night.
Oh, tonight's opening night?
Hey.
The skyline of Orlando is seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. And both these teams very aggressive. Looking at early offense. Transition defense, I think, would be critical. What do you think?
Up-tempo basketball, Kevin. Up-tempo basketball. Right now, the pace. How do you control the pace? You got to control the boards. You got to be aggressive on the defensive end because this game can get out of hand if you don't get back on D.
Let's check out Chicago.
Let's see what difference it makes. The first quarter was about both under 20.
Chicago's starting lineup. Dunn and Levine, their backcourt. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. And it's Valentine in at the small forward position. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Dunn kicks to Levine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Valentine. Sinks the triple.
And the height Dunn possesses is what allows him to see the floor so well. So good at setting up his guys for quality shots.
Augustine passes to Fournier. Vucevic a screen on Levine. Pass to Isaac. There's the triple. Connects from three-point range.
Okay, you got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Outside, Levine. Using his post move to get the 2 points.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Gordon with the screen for Vucevic. Gordon dishes to Augustine. Gordon a screen. 5 to shoot. Isaac. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Well, Lopez is out there to set the tone defensively. I mean, he's a wily, strong defender who sends shots back with authority.
Passes it to Valentine. The feed now to Markkanen. Kicks to Levine. There's the pass to Markkanen. The dish to Valentine. And he overshot that one, missing. On offense, here are the Magic. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls. Dishes to Augustine. Gordon with a screen on Lopez. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Overdone. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Here's Valentine. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
It's Fournier on the wing. There's the pick. Gordon up on top. Out to the right wing. Fournier against Levine. 13 feet away. Fournier's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 3. Done with it. Lopez a screen on Augustine. Lopez a screen. Here's Dunn. A second chance effort, and it's Lopez laying it in.
Now, well, Lopez is terrific on the offensive glass. I love seeing him use his long arms to haul in the boards.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Isaac. Gordon a screen. Looking to end the drought. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And Jonathan Isaac, a 6'11" small forward out of Florida State. You know, we're seeing more and more players like this with the length of a center and the guard skills. You know, you think of KD, of Brandon Ingram, and now Isaac.
The first one falls. And the story for Jonathan Isaac, as a sophomore in high school, Greg, he stood 6'3" and played guard. He hit a growth spurt, as you can see.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. I think what I notice most is that he's retained not just the perimeter skill, but also the fluidity. I mean, he's light on his feet and really moves well. Remember, there was another guy that was a point guard that had a nice growth spurt. I think his name was Anthony Davis.
And Chris, you played during an era against a team that many consider the greatest of all time, that 96 Chicago Bulls team with Jordan and Pippen and a great roster. Just thinking back to that team during that second three-peat, what was it like when you were going up against that Bulls team?
So tough to play against that team. Jordan, arguably the best player that's ever laced them up, and Pippen was so tough offensively and rebounding. Rodman as well on the boards, and then you had guys in a system that was just really too much. It's hard to say. Of course, in my opinion, having played against them, they're the best team of all time. But Bill Russell once told me, ghosts can't play, so don't get caught up in comparing errors that you really can't prove it. So, yeah, of course, they're the best of all time to me, but it's fun watching these young kids play today.
Augustine in the corner. Kick by Vucevic, and Augustine kicks to Fournier. And Evan Fournier out of France, an instinctive offensive player, Greg.
Yeah, favorite player growing up was Manu Ginobili, and you can see some similarities
in their games. Fournier possesses long-range shooting, but also able to handle and put pressure on the D with the dribble.
And that one falls for Fournier. And in the early part of the season, a lot of players, Chris, are just trying to get into the rhythm of the season. When did you feel like the NBA season truly was in full swing for you?
For me, it had to be in full swing day one. I had to be ready because I was playing against the best at my position, and I wanted to establish myself as the best at my position. And so that's why I think that I tried to have an advantage over other players. Where guys were trying to get a rhythm, I made sure that I used the preseason for that because I wanted to come into the beginning of the season gangbusters, knowing you're going to have your ups and downs during the season, but this is not something where you can just warm your way up into the season. You better come out ready to go, or you're going to be looking, trying to find your rhythm all year long.
That's a good message all players should hear. Bulls shooting their first free throws of this game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Two shots.
That free throw good for Markkanen. Greg, it's been a long rebuild for the Magic, but they really feel they've got a plan in place.
Well, you've heard the front office talking that they're going to win at least one championship by the year 2030. And I got to say, that's an interesting quote, to say the least. I mean, I have heard of a 5-year plan, but a 13-year plan, I guess you'd call that building for the long term.
And last year, the Bulls, Greg, just didn't threaten anyone from outside.
I think a big problem has just been personnel. You know, some of the guys they brought in as shooters just really haven't panned out, and that lack of shooting from deep is why this offense can grow stagnant at times.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
And now we go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Frank Vogel. David.
Well, Kevin, he talked about the importance of how tight-knit this group is. He said it's really starting to get to where they can read each other's minds out there. One guy can see another cutting without even looking up. It's a lot of fun to watch. They're hoping they can keep that fun up tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you. Sounds like shooting is what he's concerned with most early on.
Yeah, they're looking for a controlled, patient offense today, and the key to that will be shot selection.
It's ball movement. The key is everybody has to stay involved on offense. The best way to get good shots is to make sure the defense can't focus on any one player.
Pass to Fournier. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Chicago leading by 6. Now here's Valentine. He has 6. Off the screen, and the jam by Valentine.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
And you're right, they are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing, that's all good stuff.
For the Magic, Biyombo is checked in for Vucevic. Hezonja comes in for Isaac, and Simmons subbed in for Evan Fournier. The Bulls also changing it up. David Nwaba is checked in for Valentine. Justin Holiday comes in for Zach LaVine. And it's Jaren Grant in for Chris Dunn. Here's Portis. Back to Holiday. Over Simmons. That misses off the backboard.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Hezonja. From 13, it's rebounded by Portis. The Bulls leading by 8. Out that one from Nwaba.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. Number 1, the Bulls.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Here's Augustine. The Magic again can't hit. Chicago leading by 10. And Holiday has it in the corner. Passes it to Portis. Biombo with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Here's Holiday. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Holiday against Simmons. Feeds it to Augustine. Gordon with no one around. Off target from three-point range. Chicago has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Here's Mwaba. Markkanen. Grant outside. The pass to Portis. Here's Nwaba. Grant kicks to Portis. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. The Magic trail by 10. Outside, Simmons. Gordon a screen. Outside, Simmons. He feeds it to Augustine. Another miss by Orlando.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
14 feet away. Not going to go that time. The Magic go the other way with it.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And Holiday kicks to Portis. Grant outside. He dishes it to Markkanen. Over Gordon. And again, no good by Chicago.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Now the feed to Grant. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. They grabbed their own miss. The layup off target.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, that won't go on the stat sheet. Close to getting the block, but really have the same effect.
Shoots off the screen. Another shot. And Simmons with the layup.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Grant kicks to Portis. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now just a 4-point Bulls lead. And here is Grant looking for his first basket still in this one. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And so is the Chicago Bulls, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
They'd gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Well, and not only in terms of building the lead, but now the defense has to extend itself. That leads to other opportunities.
Here's Grant. Losses the 3 with Gordon at the 4. Hezonja's out there with Simmons. And it's Biyombo at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Magic trail by 7. Outside, Simmons. Gordon with the screen for Simmons. Gordon kicks to Ross. Gordon a screen. 5 on the clock. Corner shot. No good from Ross.
Off target with was what? Pretty good look from mid-range.
And since Dwight Howard back in 2012, the rebuild effort just has languished here in Orlando, unable really to draft any superstar talent. And last season, trades for veteran talent didn't really move the needle either.
Well, Orlando shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Simmons passes to Biyombo. Gordon for 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Greg, when you look at the Magic, do you see a plan or a roadmap here?
Well, you look at that trade for Serge Ibaka going into last season, and that was probably a sign that ownership was growing impatient. They wanted to cash in their chips and really go for it. And now they might need a rebuild from that rebuild.
You're right. Grant outside. He kicks to Holiday. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Hezonja's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Gordon. Pass to Hezonja. Gordon a screen. The Magic again can't hit.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Lopez, a screen on Simmons. Up off the screen.
There's no quitting Lopez. Even when he's getting hammered, he finishes with this soft touch.
Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and, Greg, get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but, you know, that could change. He says he's working on a three-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brooke can make threes, it can't be that hard.
Maybe.
One shot.
Chris, you certainly played with some colorful characters during your career. Which players do you think are the biggest personalities now in the NBA?
Wow, I mean, when you think about the biggest personalities now, I mean, I think about a guy like Westbrook that's so soft-spoken, but his game is so loud that, you know, you have to take notice. Draymond Green, I think he's always been a guy that has never shied away from a microphone or the limelight. He's another guy that comes to mind. And so, and I think, you know, you always have to look at LeBron just because he garners so much attention, just because what he does is always going to be headline news, that he has fun with it. And so those three guys come to mind when I think about the biggest personalities in the league.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through?
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Orlando.
Look, they've been aggressive looking to get inside, but they haven't finished especially well when they get there. I like the attack mentality, but you have got to finish plays.
Simmons with it, out guarded by Dunn. And Simmons kicks to Ross. They set the screen. It's Fournier on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. The dish to Vucevic. Offensive rebound, Isaac. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
You're not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Dunn kicks to Portis. Dishes it to Valentine. Pass to Dunn. Vucevic with the block. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Simmons is running. And stolen by Dunn. And stolen by Simmons. Kicks it to Fournier. Basket counts. Fournier's got 6.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Now, here's Dunn, guarded by Simmons. Now Dunn, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
One shot, gentlemen.
And for so long, the Bulls really were synonymous with the best defensive teams in the league. But as a team, they've started to slip the last few years. It's something that has been lost while this team kind of retools for the future.
You can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
Valentine dishes to Dunn. There's a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up off the pick. And the jam by Valentine.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And it used to be you could pencil in the Bulls as a top 10 defensive team by most metrics in any given year. But, Greg, the last few seasons, they've just been middle of the pack.
And, you know, over the history of this team, they've always been at their best when they played great defense. You go back to those Jordan years where they were marked by exceptional defense. This last group, led by Derrick Rose, similarly built on a defensive-minded philosophy. Let's just see if they get back to their roots with this new push.
Simmons passes to Vucevic. To end the run, it's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Levine. Fournier pulls it down.
That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And you look at the post-up bangers who don't block shots at a high level. More and more we're seeing teams relegate them to that 6-man role off the bench. It'll be interesting to see how that affects a guy like Vucevic who fits that description.
Shooting one.
The free throw drops for Vucevic. Greg, why is it, do you think, that teams want those more floor-bound, post-up big men like Vucevic coming off the bench?
I think 2 things. First of all, their defensive shortcomings are less exposed playing against other reserves. Also, their ability to create offense on the block has more value with that second unit because that group tends to have their struggles in terms of scoring the basketball. And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Well, we talk so much about what it's like on the floor, Chris, but I wonder what it was like off the floor when you were on the bench watching the team play and what was going through your head and mind. What did you and your teammates talk about as you were on the bench taking a rest and watching the game go on?
It depends on which game. You know, if you're in L.A. and you see, Eddie Murphy and Rihanna walk in, you're going to say, hey, look at Beyonce and Jay over there. Or, if you're watching a great play and you see a guy dunk on your teammate, you're not going to get too excited, but you're going to whisper to your teammate, man, did you see that? That's crazy. Or, you're pumping up guys because they've been working so hard in practice and it's a guy who's getting his first time to kind of get in and get a good run. So you're cheering him on. And so being on the bench, it's a lot of fun. You have to stay focused and ready to re-enter the game. But part of that job on the bench is to keep the energy of the bench, and that's to keep guys encouraged, to be loose, to have fun. And so it's a lot of fun being on the bench. More fun when you're winning than losing, but a lot of fun being on the bench encouraging guys.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando. Pick by Vucevic. This one for 3. Augustine, no luck.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Vucevic.
Well, and Robin Lopez, the big piece that came to the Bulls in the Derrick Rose trade, he's always been a solid center. Plays solid defense on the block and isn't lost when it's stretched out. He does a good job of protecting the rim as well.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Lopez. And with Robin Lopez, a very imposing player on the court, but he's also one of the more colorful characters, Chris, in the league. A very, very funny guy.
Well, I don't know what happened with him and mascots as a kid, but he's been taking his revenge out on them his whole career. He brings a great vibe to the locker room that helps with that team chemistry.
And the Bulls making a change here. Markkanen's checked in, and so he makes both from the line.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Magic. They set the pick. Augustine with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Now here's Ross, guarded closely, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Man, I tell you what, Isaac really rebounds well for his position. Takes advantage of that length and his reach to track down rebounds.
Lopez a screen. Dunn dishes to Levine. Shot clock at 5. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Augustine from outside. He scores, and he's off the schneid with that basket. 1 for 7 on a tough night for him.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
Dunn passes to Valentine. Markkanen kicks to Valentine. Lopez a screen on Ross. Here's Valentine. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Valentine's got 6 points in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Here's Isaac, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Chicago called for the foul.
And Isaac really continues to intrigue you. A 6'10 forward who's just got great agility and can be a nightmare in transition.
Two.
And the first one drops. So he gets them both.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Now here's Valentine. He's guarded by Ross. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
I can't say he wasn't going all out, but he's clearly out of position.
And Orlando making a change here. Biombo's checked in. Now here's Valentine. He's guarded by Ross. Markkanen sets the pick for Valentine. Passes it to Dunn. There's a good screen. Feeds to Markkanen. Dunn kicks to Valentine. Just 5 to shoot. Ross grabs the board. The Magic trail by 14. The pass to Augustine. Back to Ross. Fires from 14. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And then Levine with the jam.
And I don't know if there's anybody who can match Levine when it comes to the art of the dunk. He is a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Isaac. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Lauri Markkanen. And Chris, it's a players' league, and yet the officials, of course, have an impact on games. I'm thinking of a certain Game 6 back in 2002. In your opinion, how does the league ensure greater consistency with the officiating of games?
Well, I promised myself, Kevin, thanks for bringing up 2002, that I would never think about that aloud. You know, I'm going to have to go lay on somebody's couch after we do this game right here. But I think the league just has to be transparent. They have to let fans know when the ref has messed up. We're all human, so I think it comes into play when you aren't transparent, when you aren't honest with your fans, because we have the smartest fans any sport, I believe. And so I think transparency is good, but human error is always going to be in there as long as it doesn't go back to the type of human error we saw in 2002.
But, Chris, I do sense that is a goal of theirs, and bit by bit they're getting toward that goal.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I believe that our league has done some great jobs when it comes to advancing referees and how the game is officiated. When you look at not only do we have the referee center back in New York where the referees now can go and get help and the game is faster, and also we have 3 refs on the floor, and so and we have the best conditioned refs, and so I think the game is just going to be better because we have passionate refs, we have passionate officials and passionate players, and we're going to work together to make sure that this game is the best for every fan to be presented to, and also that every player has a chance to win a championship and don't have their heart broken.
Grant kicks to Holiday. Lets it go with a 3. Another miss by Holiday.
Now, he hasn't been able to sink anything, really. His team still leads, but it's unclear if he will find his game by the time this one ends.
Pass to Isaac. Launches a 3, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Well, if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. Tries from 10. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter. The Magic trail by 17. There's a minute left to play here in the half. Stolen by Markkanen. Holiday with it. 5 points in the game. It's Biyombo with the rebound.
He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch.
Augustine against Grant. Pass to Isaac. 3-pointer. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Well, he was off in the first, but he found a way to get his shot going here in the second.
Grant kicks to Holiday. There's the steal. Here's Azania, guarded by Holiday. Now here is Augustine. Some solid defense from Grant. And so it's the Chicago Bulls sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, your assessment of how your team played in that first half?
I thought we came out with a very good mentality on the defensive end, getting steals, led to fast break layups. I thought our pace was good on offense. If we can keep that up, we'll be in good shape.
Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Denzel Valentine had a huge first quarter. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Chicago leading by 14. Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Dunn and Levine, their backcourt. And it's Valentine in at the 3 slot. Here's Markkanen. They get it back. Here's Dunn. Lopez outside. Now here's Valentine. Not a lot of room, just 4 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the Magic. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
2 shots.
Well, when the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg, they wanted him to revamp the offense. Hasn't exactly gone to plan as the Bulls have struggled on the offense under Hoiberg. However, the team has stayed competitive.
And with Hoiberg, he came in wanting to play a more perimeter shooting and up-tempo type of basketball. But the personnel, Chris, just hasn't been a good match.
And part of it is the front office getting players who can't really hurt you from deep. But Hoiberg's responsibility is to make the most of the talent on the roster. It hasn't been an easy path for him with this team's talent.
And the first one at the line is good. Vucevic checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Chicago leading by 12. Dunn kicks to Levine. He feeds it to Dunn. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Levine. And Levine with the slam.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And that last replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Isaac. Off target with his 3. Bulls have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Outside, Levine. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And one of the pieces of the Jimmy Butler trade this offseason, Zach LaVine, finds himself as a prime building block for a rebuilding team. The Bulls see him as a star of the future.
And rightfully so, even given the fact that he's recovering from the ACL surgery. LaVine is young and can grow his game with the team. Hard to get fair value for a player of Butler's ability, but LaVine is a great place to start.
Free throw good, LaVine. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And here's Augustine. Vucevic setting the pick for Augustine. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Augustine's got 5 points so far.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
That's tipped. Now it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And we take a look here at the shot chart for the Bulls.
And the way they have been shooting from deep, boy, that's been impressive. Talk about making the most of your opportunities. This game would look very different if they weren't dialed in from deep. As it stands, however, they are in control, and the defense has to adjust to how they defend beyond the arc.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
And with the moment, let's check out the stats for Vucevic. Coming off a terrific season, he was around 14 points a game last year, 10 rebounds and 2 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Yeah, impossible to check right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Augustine, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It goes on Denzel Valentine. The Magic have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. The Magic making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Both free throws good from Augustine. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Dunn kicks to Portis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Clearly a foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Shoots from 12. Yep, that one goes in there. Fournier's got his third basket of the night. The Bulls leading by 14. Now, Valentine. He's got 14. There's the screen out to the right wing. And Jonathan Simmons gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Markkanen kicks to Valentine. Now, here's Dunn, guarded by Augustine. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Gordon with the screen for Augustine. Rebound by the Bulls. Markkanen's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Augustine with it. 7 points in the game. Here's Vucevic. Releases from the wing and drills it. Vucevic has got 5 now. And Chicago has possession. They host the 76ers after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's the screen. For 3, Levine. Vucevic with the rebound. The Magic trail by 17. Left side, Gordon. Count the basket.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Chicago's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Now, here's Valentine. 14 points for him. Pass to Portis. From 18 feet away, it's Chicago with another bucket.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Shot on the wing, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 4 assists in the game. Dunn kicks to Valentine. They set the pick. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good. Magic have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Picked by Vucevic. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Here's Gordon, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Now here's Valentine. He's guarded closely. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds. The feed to Fournier. He dishes it to Vucevic. The shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Levine against Fournier. Here's Dunn. Fires from deep. They get the rebound. Levine, no good with the layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
They set the pick. Valentine kicks to Portis. Score of the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
He didn't let that first half get him down. He has come out firing on all cylinders to begin this second half.
High post Vucevic, right at the free throw line, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Vucevic has got 6 here in this quarter. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. So for the Magic, Biyombo is checked in for Gordon. Ross comes in for DJ Augustine. And Mario Hezonja subbed in for Evan Fournier. Chicago also making some changes. David Nwaba is checked in for Denzel Valentine. Justin Holiday comes in for Levine. And it's Jaren Grant in for Chris Dunn. Portis kicks to Nwaba. Grant outside. Just 5 to shoot. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Grant's got 8 points.
Oh, simple screen, but there was a defensive mix-up that left the man wide open.
And Simmons kicks to Biyombo. Vucevic with it, working on Portis. And it's Vucevic missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Grant kicks to Nwaba. Here's Markkanen. Off target from three-point range. The Magic trail by 18. And here is Ross. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Augustine.
Well, it's pretty clear that they are having a lot of trouble in the mid-range. It isn't exactly the shot they are hoping to get, but when they have taken those shots, they just don't seem to capitalize. I would hope they try to go at the rim a little more as this game carries on and stop settling for jump shots.
That free throw good from Ross.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And the Bulls making a change here. Lopez is checked in. And both free throws good for Ross. Chicago leading by 16. There's the dish to Holiday. Back to Grant. He kicks it to Holiday. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Nwaba. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Up top, Simmons. He's covered by Grant. Hezonja kicks to Biyombo. Dishes to Vucevic. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
But yeah, as a big fella, that's the thing, Greg. You got to be quick in setting those screens. If you get a little lazy, you get called for it.
Isaac's checked in for the Magic. Well, Chicago has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Lopez passes to Portis. Screen by Grant. There's a good screen. And Holiday kicks to Portis. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the third. Right wing. Here's the three. Isaac misses. Chicago leading by 18. Here's Holiday. Ross grabs the board. The Magic have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Kicks to Simmons. Passes to Hezonja. Clock at 6. Inside. Biyombo, no luck. The Bulls shooting around 48% so far in the third. Now the pass to Portis. Grant outside. Pass to Nwaba. Fires for 3. The rebound by Hezonja. Hezonja's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaren Grant. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. And Simmons kicks to Biyombo. Now Ross. These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe. Chicago leading by 16. Grant with the ball. He's got 8. Over to the wing. Portis, the pass to Nwaba. Here's Grant. Misses the shot. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bulls out front, up by 16. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Shrink the floor. When you're on the ball or closing out, close out faster. Okay, take away their airspace and then contain their drive.
And that's the catch-22 there. Frank Vogel wanting better perimeter defense, but also wanting to limit forays to the hoop.
Yeah, and it takes tremendous discipline to do that. Don't leave your feet, don't reach, and everyone help each other defensively.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Orlando, Isaac out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then it's Terrence Ross. Then it's Simmons. And it's Hezonja in at the two-guard spot. Ross with the steal. And now it's Ross running. He can go all the way. The shot's good.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Grant outside. Here's Portis. Rebound by the Magic. Biyombo's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And the jam by Ross.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Lopez a screen. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. Aaron Gordon, who's checking in for the Magic. And Grant drops them both. And Orlando has possession. A 12-point game. On the wing, Gordon. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Nwaba kicks to Portis. Pass to Nwaba. Outside Holiday. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Sinks that one from the post. And the Bulls lead by 14. Magic have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pass to Isaac for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And it's denied.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
I mean, they just look totally disengaged out there. Seems like they've given up on this one.
Orlando making some changes. Evan Fournier comes in for Simmons, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Mario Hezonja. Then for the Bulls, Valentine's checked in for David Nwaba. Zach LaVine comes in for Justin Holiday, and Chris Dunn subbed in for Grant. Unloads from 13. Fournier pulls it down. Fournier's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Over Dunn. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Chris Dunn picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
Evan Fournier.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Feeds it to LaVine. Dunn kicks to Valentine. And it's blocked by Gordon. And now Orlando on the break. Augustine with the ball. Five on the clock. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Fournier against LaVine. Again, LaVine missing. The Magic trail by 12. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Isaac. Another miss by Orlando.
After nailing 3 threes in the first half, he can't seem to dial it in the second so far.
Rob. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good. Isaac's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Portis kicks to Valentine. He feeds it to LaVine. Lopez a screen. And stolen by Fournier. And up the court come the Magic on the break. The coast-to-coast dunk.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
That's just great all-around teamwork. Now, let's see if they can find a way to come away with the victory here.
LaVine against Fournier. Free throw good, LaVine. Vucevic checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Markkanen, he's checked in for the Bulls. And so Levine nails both of them.
After being a little hesitant in the first, he looked much more intent on getting himself to the stripe.
Pick by Vucevic. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. No good from outside. The Bulls leading by 10. Now here's Valentine. Top of the key, done. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Out to the right wing. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. Over Lopez. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
After failing to be aggressive and look for a shot in the first half, you don't have to let him know this time. You don't have to remind him now. He is really taking his game over in the second.
Lopez, a screen on Fournier. Levine, good. Levine's got 11 in the second half.
You see Lopez give his body up right there? Well, that's because he takes pride in setting good, hard screens to free up his guys.
Augustine dishes to Vucevic. Over Lopez. Bank shot, no good. Bulls have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Levine. There's the feed to Lopez. And yes, it's good. And the Bulls lead by 15.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Augustine with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Levine against Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And the layup is good. Fournier's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Here's Dunn. Lopez, a screen on Augustine. Lopez, a screen. Levine kicks to Dunn. There's the pick. Over Augustine. Fournier pulls it down.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Isaac misses.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Over to the left wing. Now here's Valentine. Not a lot of room. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Markkanen can't get it to go. The Magic trail by 13. Here's Isaac. He dishes it to Augustine. Picked by Vucevic. And here's Augustine to the wing right side. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. 13 points for Vucevic.
Well, he played very poorly in the first half, but during the second half, he's feeling it. He's really flipped the on switch and owned it.
Now done. Valentine passes to Markkanen. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Markkanen is skilled at drawing fouls once he establishes position. Uses that height to get the defense to commit.
And the first one drops.
And Markkanen is a perfect candidate for that stretch 4. Outstanding at pulling the trigger from deep and not afraid to go inside and bang with the other bigs.
And so he makes both from the line. The Magic trail by 13. Now a timeout called by Orlando. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Oh, he's tearing them to shreds, and I'm sure the only thing they're talking about in this timeout is what to do about him.
Now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Robin Lopez.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout and listening to Frank Vogel talk to his team, he is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play, take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
Now, here's Dunn, defended by Gordon. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist from Dunn. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, the arms of Lopez going forever, which is why he's able to create for himself deep.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Gordon with the screen for Vucevic. Gordon a screen. Here's Isaac. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good.
And every point is critical now. You can't afford to let these opportunities pass you by.
Done with it. Right side, Levine. Shoots over Fournier. Offensive rebound. Good on the bucket.
Look, Lopez is on a roll. He's a high percentage shooter who really concentrates on taking high quality shots.
Shooting 1.
That's good from Lopez.
Lopez. Now, this guy, he's a reliable role player, a stiff defender, and an intelligent shooter as well.
Pass to Isaac to the middle. It's deflected. The baseline J. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 6 in the quarter.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
But yeah, using his size, that's what I like about his game. He understands where he has the advantage. Then he exploits it.
It's stolen by Vucevic.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Chicago.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And Lopez is a long, wily guy, remarkable at utilizing his size, especially inside, where he has the respect of the defense.
That one is off. And he sinks the second. And you look at the level of talent in the NBA now, some great players. But we've heard others say the league is watered down. How do you view that statement?
Well, I don't think you can compare eras. I think it's great to argue and have fun with them and debate them, but, you know, very sincerely, unless someone can play against each other, it's just a wasted argument. There's different eras, there's different rules. Think about how many threes Larry Bird shot per game. 1.5, 2. What if he could let it fly 10 times a game? We'd be talking about a different player there. So I think times, eras, the physical play of the 80s, of the 90s, I just know that players will handle it differently. Hand checking, the way that we call flagrant 1 fouls. It's a different league. And so I just choose to celebrate the players that we have now. They're the evolution in my mind. They're kind of the culmination of all the players that have come through.
Oh. This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Biyombo is checked in for Vucevic. Terrence Ross comes in for Isaac. Mario Hezonja checked in for Fournier. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Augustine.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Gordon. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Holiday with the three. Drills it from outside. And the Bulls lead by 14.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Wow, this is just a huge road win. These guys banded together. Just an awesome performance.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Okay, quickly I'm going to run through how it wasn't good with whatever Orlando did. So I'm just going to do a team comparison. So that was good, that. like how many free throws they got. So it's alright, and I'll just go through how they won. And basically more 3-pointers. Chicago, but Orlando were that good at 3-pointers, so I just want to go to Orlando in the real things. I want to go to Orlando and work this out. So I want to do minutes. And who's starting? It's got Aaron Gordon, 33 minutes. He should be 15 points. He's only 9 points, so he should be shooting more. DJ Augustin, you got 3 of 13 and 9 points. He shot a few more, too many shots, and he should be about 3 of 7. Jay Isaac is going well, and he kind of went worse after a while, but then he it's going alright. 6 of 15. Yeah, I'll just work out the percentage. It's about 40%, and he's actually less than that in the real thing, so it's kind of alright. Evan Fournier, he's got 16 points, so that's alright, kind of. And that's about right. Let's have a look at his field goal percentage, and it's a high field goal percentage, so he's doing it right. Kind of him. Vizovic is about right. 7 of 14, that's about right. That's right on statistics. 0.475 on that, or around about that. Or even more, or 50%, sorry. Yeah, so they're the starters. And it's just a bench then, I guess. There's no production hardly from the bench except for Ross. Ross is about right. He should have a few more shots, somewhat more faster, but it doesn't really matter. 2 or 5 is right. And Hazonja is 2 or 5 at 4 points. And he should get more points him. And Biombo, so he's only 0 of 1. And he should have more shots. And he's only at 1 shot though, so it doesn't matter. And some of the shots got. So let's go to the field goal percentage again. So they're 43, they're 43 as well. So it's basically the 3-pointers somehow. And they're 10 of 23 and only 4 of 18. And they get 0.351 3-pointers. So I'll go and have a look at this box score for 3-pointers. This is where it needs to be made up. And Aaron Gordon got over 3 3-pointers. So that's kind of what's going on. So maybe a bit better with the 2 points, so I can get DJ Augustin to be better at 2-pointers, hopefully. I just want to have a look at what badges he can do. So some badges here. Okay, so I want a gold kind of sharpshooter or something like that for him. And to do that, and basically Aaron Gordon to go better at 3s. And worry about the rest when I worry about them. So that's about right. This is overall shooting percentage is 0.54, so it's about right. Or 0.54, so it's about right for that. But these 3s are not Right, so... yeah, so DJ Augustin's the obvious one. And Jay Isaac isn't as good, so I'm just leaving him like that. And maybe not to have as many shots, he's at 15 shots. And... It should only have about 7, so I'm trying to get the primacy down at Johnson Isaac and Augustin as well, and get him more shots basically. So primacy Augustin and Isaac down and get him more accurate. I said I'll leave the primacy as it is and just get Johnson Isaac's primacy down. Anyway, that'll be good enough. Okay, I'm not going to show you that, but I'm going to go do that now. Okay, see ya.